SD Link is up.
Good evening and welcome to the SD Link Net. This net meets every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Central and 8 p.m. Mountain Time. The purpose of this net is for emergency preparedness, handling of traffic, making amateur-related announcements, and operational testing of the SD Link system. Please give your call sign even if you're just testing your ability to access the SD Link system. It is not okay to kerchunk and is considered very rude and inconsiderate to monitoring stations. It is also illegal according to FCC rules. Temporary individual crossband repeat with the SD Link is highly discouraged, and any permanent linking is not permitted by the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council. Break. Stations that are using APRS should be sure that they are not beaconing when on the SD Link. Operators of radios using APRS have to make sure the automatic beaconing is turned off when not on the APRS frequency. Unfortunately, this is easy to forget, so the safest thing is to use a dedicated radio for APRS and never move it off the APRS frequency. Please feel free to rag chew, but please observe common courtesy to all and leave room for emergencies and breaking stations. Your net control tonight is Adam, Whiskey 0, Zulu, Mike Lima, W0 ZML. Break. The SD Link consists of 14 repeaters, of which use the 146.2 tone, except for the Salem W0SD hub and the Sioux Falls UHF repeater, which both have a 103.5 tone. The coverage is from Minnesota to Wyoming on Interstate 90 and from Iowa to north of Watertown on Interstate 29. On most Wednesday nights, the Black Hills repeaters at Rapid City VHF and Bear Mountain will be part of the system during the net, extending coverage into Nebraska and Wyoming. The SD Link is owned and operated by the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council. To make sure that your entire call sign is received when you check in, key up and then wait 1 full second before giving your call sign twice, once normally and once phonetically, as there is much delay across the whole state with this many linked sites. Break. If you're interested in being a net control on this net, contact Steve, KB0WSB, Kilo Bravo 0, Whiskey Sierra Victor, the SD Link Net Manager. Contact him by email. The SD Link email group is sdlink@groups.io or simply on this net. The SD Link has a webpage at sdlink.org where you can find information on this South Dakota linked repeater system. List of all the clubs in the state along with websites and more info. The repeater system does take a substantial effort and money to maintain, which is done by relatively few dedicated individuals. Any contribution towards keeping the SD Link operational is much appreciated. You can do this directly by contacting the South Dakota Amateur Radio Council Treasurer, Ed, W0 Sierra Delta, or through PayPal. The information is available on the website's homepage. Break. Now, before we kick this off, is there any traffic announcements, bulletins, or emergency traffic coming out? Well, I guess I've got one. As is custom, I will talk about the swap meets, since I kind of find them fun. Next month, on September 23rd, from 9 to 1 p.m., the Siouxland Amateur Radio Association Hamfest in Sioux City, Iowa will be happening. Admission is $5, and it's located at Morningside Lutheran Church in Sioux City, Iowa. Just look up Siouxland Amateur Radio Association, and you'll see the flyer online. With that being said, we're going to go east to west this week, starting in Watertown. This is Whiskey 0, Zulu, Mike Lima, now calling the Watertown repeater. Come now. Watertown repeater, come now.
Kilo Echo 0, Hotel Mike Sierra, Chad, Watertown. Kilo Echo 0, Hotel Mike Sierra, clear.
I've got KE0HMS, Chad in Watertown. Last chance for Watertown. Come now. All right, upon hearing nothing, we're going to move on to the Toronto repeater. Toronto repeater, come now.
KC0OVC, KC0 Oscar Victor Charlie. Nice meeting up with you guys last weekend. Had a fun time, thanks. KC0OVC.
KF0MRV, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Mike Romeo Victor, Paul Brookings. Kilo Charlie 0, Foxtrot Lima Kilo, KC0FLK, Bubble, Harlan from Bruce.
All right, I've got KC0OVC. Also good to see you over the weekend rally. KF0MRV, Mike Romeo Victor. Paul, I've got you down. And KC0FLK. Harlan, good to hear you. Anyone else on Toronto? Come now. All right, upon hearing nothing, we're going to move on to the Coleman repeater. Coleman repeater, come now.
Kilo Echo 0, Whiskey Papa Charlie, KE0WPC, Aiden near Toronto on Coleman. This is Kilo Foxtrot 0, Alpha India Tango, KF0, AIT, Todd Brookings on Coleman.
All right, I've got KE0WPC, Aiden, good to hear you, and KF0AIT, Todd, good to hear you. Hopefully we'll see you both at the Brookings picnic. Anyone else on Coleman? Come now. All right, upon hearing nothing, we're going to move on to the Sioux Falls repeater. Sioux Falls repeater, come now.
WV0K, Whiskey Victor 0 Kilo.
KD0TE, Kilo Delta 0 Tango Echo, Stephen, Sioux Falls cleared.
November 6, Victor Echo Golf, N6 VEG, John, and Kilo Foxtrot 0, India Zulu Uniform, KF0, IZU, Anne Marie and Brandon, clear.
WA0 Victor, Mexico, India, Mark and Sioux Falls.
Delta 0, Delta November. Scotty B on the 825, no traffic. AD0DN, back to net.
Whiskey Delta 0, Echo X-Ray Romeo Jeff Sioux Falls.
Jim from T. Thanks for the neck. Who are you?
All right, I had a lot of doubling and a lot of things cutting out there. I did get a few there. I got Whiskey Victor 0 Kilo, WV0K, KD0TE, N6 VEG, KF0 IZU, and Alpha Delta 0 Delta November AD0DN. And then I heard a couple more that were kind of coming in and coming out there. One more time. I don't think the repeater's having a good day.
Whiskey Delta 0, Echo X-Ray Romeo Jeff and Sioux Falls.
Earl Victor, Mexico, India, Mark and Sioux Falls.
Sorry, I believe I doubled with someone. Mark, could I get your call sign one more time, and then the station I doubled with? I'm sorry. Could you go one more time as well?
KF0MSK, Kilo
Foxtrot 0, Mike Sierra Kilo, Mark in Sioux Falls.
Alright, I've got KF0 MSK, and then I believe I haven't heard the station I doubled with yet, but I've got KF0 MSK. Mark, I've got you down. Sioux Falls repeater, come now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf. Foxtrot Sierra, KF0, GFS Link, Sioux Falls.
Whiskey Delta 0, Echo X-Ray Romeo, Jeff, Sioux Falls.
Good evening, Net Control. Please copy Kilo Delta 2, Uniform Hotel Papa, KD2, UHP, Jim in T, no traffic, URU. Thanks for the net.
Alright, I've got WD0EXR, Jeff, KF0 MSK, Mark, KF0 GFS, Lynn, and KD2 UHP. Jim, I've got you down. Anyone else on Sioux Falls, come now.
Kilo Fox 0, Charlie Zulu Delta, KF0 CVD, Chad, Southwest Sioux Falls. Thanks for doing the net, Adam.
And WA0, Victor, Mexico, India, Mark in Sioux Falls.
Alright, I've got KF0 CZD, Chad, I've got you down. And Whiskey Alpha 0 Victor Mexico India, I've got you down as well. Mark, I hear ya. Anyone else on Sioux Falls, come now. Last chance for Sioux Falls before we move on. Last chance for Sioux Falls. Sioux Falls, come now. Alright, now we're going to move on to Turkey Ridge. Turkey Ridge repeater, come now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Kilo Quebec Bravo, KF0, KQB. Bill in Tyndall.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Zulu Oscar, KF0 LZO, Dan and Trip.
KE0 FGU, Kilo Echo 0, Foxtrot Golf Uniform Sierra.
KE0 IDM, it's Kilo Echo 0, India Delta Mike, Jim Yankton. Thanks for doing the net, sounds good.
Alright, I've got KF0 KQB, Bill, I've got you down. KF0 LZO, Dan, I got you down. And then I don't know if I have the suffix of this one right, but I've got KE0 FMU. Correct me if I'm wrong after I drop the mic. And KE0 IDM, I've got you down. If I got that one station wrong, come back now. Otherwise, come on in, more stations.
That might be me, KE0 IDM. That's Kilo Echo 0, India Delta Mike, KE0 IDM, in Yankton.
KE0 IDM, I've got you down. I think I might have been another station. If that station wants to come now, please come now. Alright, now we're going to move on to Crandall Hill. Crandall Hill, come now.
Hello, 0 Sierra Sierra Delta Hecla. No traffic. Just another beautiful day in South Dakota.
Can I get the Hecla station one more time, please? I didn't quite get the Hecla, the station that was near Hecla. Could I get that station one more time, please?
Kilo 0 Sierra Sierra Delta.
All right, sorry about that. Kilo 0 Solid State Drive, SSD, I've got you down. Anyone else on Crandall Hill? Or not Crandall Hill. Which one am I on? Hold up. Wessington Springs, come now.
Kilo Delta 0, Yankee November Oscar, KD0, Lionel, R. West Harrison. This is Kilo Bravo 0, Uniform Zulu Juliet, KB0 UZJ, Kevin N. Mitchell.
All right, I've got KD0YNO and KB0UZJ. I also got off a repeater or two there. So we'll finish up with Wessington Springs here. Wessington Springs, last chance before we move on. All right, now we're going to circle back. Salem repeater, come now.
Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta, headed Salem clear.
All right, Whiskey 0 Sierra Delta, I've got you down. Let me get back on my list here. All right, we've gone to Wessington Springs. Now we're going to move on to Reliance. Reliance repeater, come now. Sorry about getting off here.
November up. 0 Lionel, West Harrison on the Reliance machine. Over.
80 YNO, I've got you down on Reliance now. Thanks for checking in. Last chance for Reliance until we move on. All right, now we're going to move on to the Pier repeater. Pier repeater, come now.
Good evening, all. Whiskey Bravo 0, Romeo Juliet Hotel. Greg on the Pier repeater. No traffic tonight. Looking to see people in here at the State Fair on Friday at the 488 Boxcar. 73 is WV0 RJH. E0S, Kilowatt Delta 0 Sierra. Jim near Pier with no traffic.
All right, I've got Whiskey Bravo 0, Romeo Juliet Hotel, and Kilo Delta 0 Sierra. I've got you both down. Anyone else on Pier, come now. All right, now we're going to move on to Murdo. Murdo repeater, come now.
This is Alpha Alpha, Lima Yankee, 10 near Pier with the Myrtle machine. K0LY.
AA0LY, Tam, I've got you down. Anyone else on Murdo, come now. All right, this is Whiskey 0, Zulu Mike Lima with the SD Link Net. We're going to move on to the Philip repeater. Philip repeater, come now. Last chance for Philip. Come now. All right, now we're going to move on to the Rapid City UHF repeater. Rapid City UHF, come now.
AYN, Kilo Delta 0, Alpha Yankee November, Delbert Rapid City, no traffic.
All right, I've got KD0AYN, Delbert, I've got you down. Anyone else on Rapid City UHF? Last chance, come now. All right, now we're going to move on to Rapid City VHF. Rapid City VHF, come now.
Mike W89M. In Somerset, Rapid City machine. No traffic. Zero Zulu Bravo Bravo. K0ZBB Wayne in Rapid City. AC0PN Alpha Charlie Zero Papa November Bruno Keystone no traffic.
All right, I've got WV9M, Whiskey Victor 9 Mike, and K0 Zulu Bravo Bravo. And then could I get that last station one more time, please, Bruno?
This AC0PN Alpha Charlie Zero Papa November.
All right, I've got Alpha Charlie Zero Papa November. I've got you down. Last chance for Rapid City VHF. Last chance, come now. All right, now we're going to move on to Terry Peak. Terry Peak repeater, come now. Last chance for Terry Peak repeater. Terry Peak repeater, come now. All right, upon hearing nothing, we're going to move on to Bear Mountain. Bear Mountain repeater, come now.
On the net, Kilo Charlie Zero, Kilo Papa Victor, Randy in Hot Springs on the Bear Mountain repeater, 73, KC0, KPD, clear.
All right, KC0, KPV, Kilo Charlie Zero, Kilo Papa Victor. Randy, I've got you down. Last chance for, what the heck were we on? Bear Mountain, come now. All right, now we're going to go to late check-ins, East River. East River late check-ins, come now.
Kilo Foxtrot 0, Charlie Tango Lima, KF0, CTL. This is Rick at Sioux Falls.
November 0, November Papa Oscar, Greg in Pier, and 0 NPO.
KC0, WNG, Doug and Miller, no traffic.
All right, I've got KF0 CTL, N0 NPO, and KC0 WNG. Doug, I've got you down. Any other late check-ins? East River, come now. All right, now we're going to move on to late check-ins. West River. West River late check-ins, come now.
Earl, OUH, Kilo Zero, Oscar, Uniform Hotel, Joan, in Piedmont, Mobile, and I will also check in KE0, OUI, Kilo Echo Zero, Oscar, Uniform India, Bill, Piedmont, Mobile.
All right, I've got KE0 OUH and KE0 OUI. Good to hear from both of you. Now we're going to move on to any late check-ins, anywhere, any site. Any repeater, come now. Last chance for late check-ins anywhere. Any late check-ins, come now before we close this off. All right, with nothing heard, KB0 WSV, please copy 38 pieces of, 38 check-ins and 1 piece of traffic. I guess I'll just forward that on to Steve later. All right, this is Whiskey 0 Zulu Mike Lima, now securing the South Dakota Link Net. We'll meet again next week at the same time. I'm now returning the repeaters back to normal amateur use. 73 and good night. This is Whiskey 0 Zulu Mike Lima. And then if anyone goes and looks outside right now, it's actually a super moon. I think it's actually called a super blue moon. So it goes on until 10 o'clock. So head out there and look at it. Whiskey 0 Zulu Mike Lima clear.